my micro locks, my DIY micro locks. But yeah, okay, real quick, let's talk about this link. Let's talk about this link. Do you guys notice it? Do you see it? Like, I'm seeing it. I'm definitely over here like, oh my God, Becky, like, what was happening? Oh my goodness. Okay, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Hello, hello, and welcome back. It is Rishaya Reese, your locked lioness, and we are back with another video for you guys. Today we're going to be doing my 9-month lock update. Oh, so exciting, so exciting. But first, of course, if you guys haven't already and you've watched a few of my videos at this point, obviously you're vibing with me, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And then also too, if you like the content of this video, definitely at the end, go ahead and hit that like button so then that way YouTube knows what's going on. Really appreciate you guys so much. So anyways, let's just go ahead and get into my 9-month lock update. You guys, I know I say this all the time and some of you are probably like, oh my goodness, like tell us something new, girl. But really, really the way I feel about my locks, there's nothing new. Like, I'm loving, 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 loving every single day of having locks. Like, legit, every day I'm just like, oh, why did I do this sooner? Like, this is just amazing, wonderful, beautiful. I feel fantastic. I feel so beautiful, so connected, so spiritually charged with having my locks, and it's just been a beautiful journey thus far. But definitely I've had some changes in these 9 months, and this is kind of going to be like a 8/9 month update, because I know I didn't come on here with a 9 or an 8-month update for you guys last month. It was my birthday, you know, Libra season, we're in it right now and stuff, so I was just really focusing on me. I do plan on doing a video about the significance of birthdays, and I actually this year did a little bit different than I usually do my birthdays, not only because of what's been happening with the pandemic, but also too because, as you guys know, I've been on this spiritual journey, and so a lot of things have just really been changing for me in my mindset and my overall like practices and stuff. It's really been evolving into something really beautiful and nice. So this year around, I did it much different than I usually do. Nothing too big, crazy, or special. Spent time with the people that I really love and hold dear to me and stuff. But for the most part, I took the day to actually do a ritual and do some manifesting for the next year of my life, and really set the tone. Set the tone for the next year of my life and where it is that I want to be headed on my journey. So anyways, blah, blah, blah. I'll do another video for you guys if you want to see that. In regards to the significance of your birthday. And yeah, so let me know in the comments if you guys want to see that and stuff, but I'll probably be coming out with it anyways, just because I've learned a lot and I think it's really interesting, and I've always loved birthdays anyway. So let's just go ahead and get into what's been happening in 9 months of being MICROLOC, DIY MICROLOC. It has been amazing. It has been beautiful. It has been wonderful. I sound like a broken record, but that is still the same, you guys. Yes, so these are my 2-strand twist DIY MICROLOCs right here. What's been changing? There's been a lot of noticeable changes in the texture of my hair. I'm definitely seeing quite a bit of budding, and I am towards the end of the video gonna give you guys like a close up and try to go through and show you some of the textural changes that have been happening in my hair. But yeah, so I've definitely noticed a lot of changes with the texture. It's looking fuzzier. The 2-strand twist is slowly going down, down, down. That pattern is going down and sort of disappearing in my hair, which is exciting because that means, you know, my hair is doing the right thing. It's locking up, it's intertwining, it's meshing, it's doing exactly what we want it to do. So that's wonderful to see. Also too, I noticed that my hair is getting like sort of stiffer. It doesn't have like the loose texture, the loose consistency where it had a bit of a bounce, a buoyancy, a spring to it. Maybe I can show you guys with this one. And as you can see there, that's a nice little budding section happening there. Beautiful, beautiful. But so at the end of it, let's see. No, even that one's a little bit stiff now, which is cool. But let me find another one for you guys. Okay, I think that's probably a good one. Yeah, okay, so you see kind of like there's a bit of a spring, especially at the bottom towards the ends. There's a spring, right? I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. There's a spring to it. But as I go up to closer to the root of it, and you see all of this right here, it is completely like locked. And then you got the 2-strand pattern still happening there. But so basically right here, you see nothing. That's not doing much moving at all, as opposed to down here. A lot more spring and looseness to it. So that's definitely what's supposed to be happening. When you do have locks, that's a sign to show you that, you know, your hair is locking up and doing what it's supposed to be. They're starting to mature, your locks are. So yeah, I think I'm pretty much in the teenage phase, we don't call it ugly phase, because that's not a thing, at least not over here. Like, if you guys over there, that's your journey, that's you over there. But over here, we don't got no ugly phases, okay? So we'll call it the teenage phase. But basically having the budding, having some of your hair starting to stiffen up, that are all signs that, you know, your locks are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're maturing. They're getting that teenage phase though. So they're not quite baby locks anymore. They are not mature locks either. So they're in that middle sort of stage. And that is where I pretty much at 9 months have started to approach now. And actually it's funny. So I say we don't have an ugly stage and stuff, because you guys know from the very beginning, like, I've just been loving my locks from day one that I put them in. Like, I just have been feeling really beautiful, really connected with myself. And so I personally, like, I don't feel like I've had an ugly stage. But it's funny because now when I go back to some of my old videos when I was doing like the editing and stuff like that, I was like, oh my goodness, like, that wasn't, I don't know how cute that really was. I don't really know. Like, at the time I was like, we feeling it and stuff. But when I look back now and I see my locks now and stuff, I'm just like, dang, like, they've really filled out. They've swelled a lot. They've started to get some length as well. We're going to talk about that. Hopefully y'all already see it. But yeah, they just, you know, they look kind of wimpy a little bit now when I look back at them, and a little bit like stringy and stuff. But at the time I was feeling beautiful. I was feeling great. So, I mean, honestly, for me, maybe as I continue to progress in my journey, I'm just going to continue to get better and better, be feeling more and more beautiful and loving my locks more. But so maybe every time I look back, I was like, oh, maybe that was the ugly stage. Oh, that was it. I don't know. But along the way, like, honestly, I've just been feeling so beautiful. So what else has been changing? I've got some funny locks in the back, and I'll give you guys a close-up of it, but let me explain it to you first. So my locks in the back, and I think it's because of the way that, you know, I sleep and you tend to lay on the back of your head and stuff like that, they just don't get an opportunity to extend as much as like these ones right here and be out loose and just kind of flowing and stuff. So they tend to curl in. They tend to curl in the back, and that makes them shorter. It makes them fatter. And then also I've got a different hair texture back there. It's a little bit more loose. And that's kind of more of maybe the 4B sort of range of my head. It's looser back there and it's softer back there and stuff. So I think that plays into how those ones are maturing as well. But basically, so some of them back there are shorter, and we just got some funky shapes going on. There's some of my most like random locks. They're all in the back of my head. So let me show you guys. Let me see. Okay, let's see what you guys can see. I'm pretty sure you guys can see that. But so you see back here, now they are obviously like growing. and getting some length. You see like that little one right there? Like what, can you guys see that? Like, what is that? What is that one doing? What is that one doing back there, guys? Like, it's just doing its own thing. And all of them, all of the ones. We see that, yes? We see that? All of the ones back here, hopefully you guys can see it pretty well. But all of those ones back there, they just got some funny shapes. They just back there doing their own thing, and they're just like, whatever. And they're the thicker ones. But these ones are also the ones too that have locked up the quickest, which I was really surprised about. Because it is the looser part of my hair and it is softer, I just thought that definitely the more kinkier 4C type of hair, that one would just lock up the quickest. But I've been surprised to see that the back, and it's probably because it's in the back and because of how I lay on it and stuff, that has contributed into it locking faster too and stuff. But you know, over here we still got all of these ones, and they are just I love my locks. They, you know, they're still kind of keeping that uniform length to them and just slowly starting to retract and, you know, lose that pattern. But for the most part, they're kind of staying where they're at. So one thing that I've done to combat that, just so you know, I can try to keep my hair a little bit more uniform and stuff, is something that I kind of want. One thing I've kind of done to sort of combat that, and I think it's really helped me out a lot, is recently when I've been sleeping, I sleep with a silk pillowcase and a satin bonnet all the time. I don't think I mentioned that to you guys before, but I definitely recommend it. So I sleep with those two things all the time. I know for some people it does bother them to wear something on their head at night. You know, it might feel tight and stuff. They might not have the right fit, the right sort of bonnet and everything like that. So I get if people don't want to do that. I definitely still recommend go ahead and use that that satin or silk pillowcase, because that's going to help not to strip and just like rub and scrape and rip off all the moisture in your locks and stuff. You know, you want to keep them moisturized and juicy and healthy and, you know, just like bouncing. But so I definitely recommend at least sleep with a satin pillowcase, silk pillowcase, if you can't sleep with the bonnet as well. But when you put those two together, they make a beautiful team. So that's why I use them. But so sleeping with my bonnet, what I now do is I flip all my hair up to the top. And maybe some of you guys, this is kind of going back to the loose natural pineapple days and stuff. I had short hair, so I was never really rocking a pineapple when I was loose natural, because my hair just didn't get that long. But so basically I flip my head upside down and then I put my bonnet on that way. So then that way the back of my head, the back of my locks, instead of them curling underneath like my hair naturally does and stuff, what actually happens is they all sit like this straight up. So it just gives them the opportunity to actually form a little bit straighter for you guys. And I'm actually maybe show you what I'm talking about and stuff. If I didn't explain that super clear, we'll also just go ahead and show you for the visual learners out there. I got you. But yeah, so basically what I do, this is my extra cute bonnet. Okay, don't hate because you don't got it. We can get you one too. And just try to get all of them laying as flat as possible in the back. Sort of like that. And then I throw the bonnet on top. And try to keep all of them as flat as they can possibly be in the back. But yeah, that's basically what I do. And then yeah, I'm just going to sleep real cute, real cute like this. Yeah. But yeah, and I just noticed that really helps to keep the locks nice and flat and not start, you know, out here throwing up gang signs and stuff like that, just making some real weird signs in the back of my head. So yeah, I've noticed that that's helped me quite a bit. So I'm going to continue to do that. My locks are starting to get a little bit longer as well. So I did invest in a satin bonnet that is meant for long locks. You know, you got the little pocket right here that you put all your locks into, and then you just tie it around. But I haven't figured out a way just yet to do that technique and sleep with this one. So we still working on that, but I'm happy I got that. That was a good purchase. And maybe as my locks get even a little bit longer and stuff, then I probably won't necessarily need to do that method anymore. But definitely while your locks are a little bit shorter and so close to the back of your neck, you know, they're not like falling longer and stuff like that. That's a tip that I recommend if you care about just keeping them a little bit more uniform and not all crazy and wonky with the weird shapes. So yeah, what else has been happening? Okay, so let's talk about the edges of my head. Now that has been something I think I told you guys in one of the other videos recently that I have got these 2 patches of head and hair, and I don't know where they came from and stuff. I don't know if it was locks that fell out or it was just like extra hair growing. I think my hairline has gotten thicker, especially up in here, because of all that castor oil and stuff. So I think it's just hair that's gotten longer. And so I was able to basically come up with 2 new locks. So that's one of them right there. That one has been braided. Actually, they've both been braided because the hair there is just so soft and loose and short that it's impossible to keep it. I washed my hair not too long ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago or something. And it's just impossible to keep those things in with the 2-strand twist. So I did braid them. This one's actually stayed a little bit better. So that one's doing a little bit better. That one stayed with the wash. The last wash that I did a little bit. So that one's going. That's happening there. And then this one I had rebraided up. So that one's just kind of starting its journey all over again. Little babies. But yeah, so we getting some longer hairs up there, which is really cool. And sorry, I know I'm still learning not to like look at myself in the video and look at you guys, just focus on you guys. But I already told you, like, I'm just a little bit into myself. So, you know, sometimes you're going to catch me and I'm like, yeah, she cute. So, you know, just bear with me, guys. Bear with me. You know, I think it's healthy to practice a little bit of self-love. You know, I think it's important to love yourself. And if ain't nobody else checking for you and ain't nobody else like, making you feel good about yourself, you at least got to do that for yourself. Okay. So I think it's a healthy amount. We ain't concerned about it, but, so that's happening. Also, another thing that's going on is that I know I've heard different people with locks and stuff. They talked about how the perimeter, the edge of their hair, they tend to make those locks thicker than the rest of their head and stuff, because that usually is the part of your head that not only gets a lot of tension and stuff from styles and stuff, you know, pulling it back, which I don't do too much of because honestly at this stage it's just not really comfortable for me, and I definitely have sensitive edges, and I'm happy with, you know, the thickness that has came in since I started using the castor oil and stuff. So I don't do too much of those styles, and for the most part, guys, I really do just leave my hair kind of like this, you know, like this and stuff. And every once in a while I'll do a little something with the hair, but not too much. You know, my locks are still maturing and growing and stuff, and I just want them to have a good healthy base and start. So I try not to manipulate them too much at all, other than when I do like a retwist. But so yeah, basically I know a lot of people talk about that. And then also too, on top of it, these hairs just tend to be a lot finer, right? And that's where you kind of get them baby hairs from, and them hairs they just tend to be finer and shorter. So I know a lot of people, they tend to make the locks around the perimeter in the front thicker than the rest of their head. And that's something that I didn't know that before I had installed my locks myself. And And so it's something along the journey that I have been considering. Oh, should I combine the locks around the perimeter of my head to make the bases thicker and stronger? I have noticed that with some of them, and yeah, we ain't retwisted for a little bit, so you're seeing that new growth. But with some of them, I do wonder as time goes on, how they will hold up. I do wonder that, just because, like, it's hard to explain a little bit, but like when I pull on and tug on this portion of my hair, I'm like, yeah, these aren't going nowhere. And it doesn't even matter how skinny and how thin they are. Like, I've got some of my thinnest ones around here, and this area right here, that's the kitchen. That's the kitchen for me. And so these ones here, it don't matter. Like, I tug on them, I'm just like, those ain't going nowhere. Like, those are set, those are solid. But when I can't even tug on the edges of my head like that, because the hair is just not as strong as other parts of my hair. And again, it's another soft, fine spot. So I do wonder, if I should maybe combine my edges, and how that'll impact my overall journey and how it'll look as they start to grow out. I have been wondering that. I'm still thinking about it. If any of you guys are out there and you've been in the lock game longer than I have and stuff, and you got some tips or you got some thoughts around combining your edges and stuff like that, or not combining them, because I don't interlock. But if you guys got some tips around that, definitely leave something in the comments for me. Let me know. I really appreciate you guys' comments and stuff, and definitely take on the feedback. So I appreciate you guys so much. And as you guys know from the very beginning, I've told you that I want my lock channel to be a community where we all share, learn, and grow with each other on our journeys, on our lock journeys, on our spiritual journey. So yeah, if you guys got some tips, some thoughts around me combining my edges and stuff, just go ahead and leave something in the comments for me. Let me know. But so I'm still not set on it. I'm still thinking about it, and still just kind of watching as my locks progress and seeing how my edges hold up, and deciding whether or not, and then I'll decide, yeah, whether or not I'll actually do that. Like, these ones, they are a little bit thicker, some of them, but I just, when I feel them, I'm just like, you just don't feel as sturdy as the rest of my head does. So I'm thinking about it. I'll keep you guys updated on what I actually decide to do. But that's just something for you guys as well to consider in your own journey and stuff. If you haven't started your locks already, I would probably definitely go ahead and recommend just make your edges, especially around the front of your head, thicker than the rest of your head, the locks in the rest of your head. So then that way you just know with confidence you got sturdy bases, and you can really be confident in your edges, because we over here at team no losing edges, okay? So I'm just trying to help people out. Recently I did, like last month, I did a retwist, and it's typically been taking me about 3 days, sometimes 3.5 days. But this time it actually took me just 2 days, and not as many hours either. So let me tell you guys about that real quick. One, I think what contributed to the shorter retwist time for me was, one, I did it much earlier than I've been doing my other retwists. You guys know that it's been a goal of mine to basically push my retwist to every 8 to 10 weeks, or about every 2.5 months. And I have been sticking with that, but more recently, because I also wanted to look cute and fresh for my birthday and stuff like that, I decided to do the retwist like a week before my birthday. And so that was about, I think, maybe 4 or 5 weeks after my last retwist. And so I think, one, the fact that I did my retwist sooner, that helped it go quicker. Obviously I had less new growth to retwist and less marrying locks to separate and deal with. And then also too, I think that because I took breaks, so usually I just sit and the entire day, like I'll get on, it's bad, but I get on Netflix and stuff like that, and I'll just sit the entire day binge watching crap. and do my hair. But this time around, I actually had kept taking little breaks. I went out, did some grocery shopping, ran some errands and stuff, and then came back and then sat down for a few hours. For whatever reason, I think the breaks helped me get through my hair quicker. The fact that I had retwist sooner, it made me get through my hair quicker. And then also too, something that I realized as well, I've got sections of my hair that grow in the locks, and I've got sections of the hair that definitely don't grow in the locks, 100%. This section up here is the real nice section. She's real happy and, you know, just like sweet. And she's just like, yeah, girl, okay, we'll do whatever you want. We're changing it this way now and this way. Okay, I'm happy with that. Like, let's do it. Let's do it. Whatever you want. And then we got other sections of my hair, like Miss Kitchen in the back. Miss Kitchen in the back, and then also back here a little bit too and stuff, and at the sides, that she's just like, we might do it eventually down the road and stuff, but you didn't even run this by me, and you just decided to try up this whole new style, this whole new look. Like, I'm not ready for that. I'm still trying to go back and do my loose natural thing, so, you know, we just gonna have to work together on this and come up with some sort of compromise. You can't just be changing it up on me like that. So yeah, so some of my hair grow in the locks, some of my hair grows out of the locks. If you got locks and they grow inside, maybe you can get away with doing the retwist whenever you feel like it and stuff. But for people whose hair grows outside of the locks, I'm starting to reconsider like this 8 to 10 week mark. At least for my first year, maybe my first 2 years, because I think after the hair's been trained and, you know, Miss Kitchen, she's, you know, listening to me a little bit more and stuff like that, I might be able to stretch it longer. But I'm rethinking now for at least this first year to 2 years that I am going to push my retwist schedule up. I'm still paying attention to my hair and still listening to it and seeing how it's doing with everything. But I am thinking now I might do a retwist every 4 to 6 weeks for now until my locks mature and they figured out, you know, the game plan and they're all on board and they're like, okay, cool. We doing this. We got it. And the reason that I say that is because when you have locks and hair that doesn't grow inside of the locks, you know, basically you risk the base getting weaker. The base getting weaker, and the longer you go without retwisting your locks and stuff, the longer that time has to grow outside of the lock, the longer basically, you know, that hair's just like, look, bass, what bass? Okay, we over here and we trying to do the treble. Like, we're not listening. That's not even the same bass. So that don't even make any sense, guys. That don't make no damn sense. But I don't even know. Anyways, I'm on another one today. I've been on another one. I'm telling you guys, this spiritual journey, this lock journey, it just got me on a whole new level and I'm loving it every day. But anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, basically they're over here like, yeah, we doing this kind of party, and your lock's like, come on, we need you, girl. You gotta back us up, okay? We need some help. We can't do this on our own. But and so basically, you know, it can make your base weaker. That's the point I'm trying to make. It can make your base weaker for some people whose hair is growing outside of the locks. Over time, if you're doing way too long without a retwist in between, your base might become weaker. So for me, for the first year to 2 years, I do think now I'm going to change up my schedule, my retwist schedule a little bit, and do it about every 4 to 6 weeks to keep my base strong, to keep the form and the locks strong, and to keep it, you know, just kind of forming in that direction. And then I'm hoping after this year to 2 year mark that they'll be trained a little, my hair will be trained a little bit better and be able to like listen and know like where to go without so much manipulation and without so much structure from me. So that's where I'm at right now. Definitely, I still recommend, like, you know, try not to retwist so often if you can, if your hair is listening to you and stuff like that, because you don't want it to thin over time. It is something that I'm taking day by day, just listening, paying attention to my hair closely to understand like what it actually needs. And, you know, this is the reason why it's a journey, because you really have to focus a little bit more on your hair, get to know it, get to understand it, get to understand your locks to figure out what's going to be best for them. So that's been my personal experience and stuff. And that's what I'm going to do moving forward. When that changes, I'll definitely give you guys an update and let you know. But yeah, so that has been going on. And then I told you guys previously as well that I would like to keep some of my ends a little bit straighter and stuff too, because I just think that's a cute look. And so previously I wasn't really doing anything about it to keep them that way and stuff, but now I'm doing a little something. I'm not super attached to it. Like if I don't have straight ends by the end of it and stuff, I'm just like, whatever, okay. I know I'm gonna be happy and loving my locks regardless. But what I've kind of started to do is just tug on the ends a little bit and just try to keep them from getting into that springy state, that coil so much, even though that is like my natural way of my hair. For some of it, for some sections of my hair, that's the natural way of it. Trying to just find one for you guys that's like really nice. And yeah, we see you. We see you guys trying to hide from us. Can't hide from me. I know you. Yeah. Damn, I'm weird today, but so you see these ones here, I'm realizing the way my hair is changing and stuff, that what happens over time is these little bits, they just keep going in, they just keep going, shrinking in until they fully get into a lock. And maybe I can, way back. But I can't find it, but some of them, they've got blunted ends. Right? Because basically some shed hair just fell off at the end there. And then it was just like, okay, we're going to stop that cute little spring, little coil you got, and we doing something new. Like that one. Like that one there. So it used to have that little bounce, that little spring to it and stuff. But then the shed hairs came down at the bottom and they were like, okay, we about to stop. And we about to do, we locking it all. Root to tip, we locking it all. So yeah, I've just started to kind of like pull on them a little bit when they're wet and stuff to try to encourage that straightness. I still think this portion of my hair, because it had the heat damage, and pretty much just heat damage. It really wasn't the bleaching, because it was already like this before I bleached my hair. But I'm still like, I don't think that these ends will need so much encouragement to stay straight. I'm quite sure that, you know, they're going to stay like that. The thing is too, is that I've also given them a little bit more TLC and love, given them a little bit more moisturizer and been a little bit more gentle with them, because that is the end of your hair. So it's the oldest part of your hair. It is going to be the weakest part of your hair, but also too, because of that heat damage, it's the weakest part of my hair. So I have given them a little bit more TLC and moisturizer than, other parts of my hair, than the other parts of my micro locks, my DIY micro locks. But yeah, okay, real quick, let's talk about this length. Let's talk about this length. Do you guys notice it? Do you see it? Like, I'm seeing it. I'm definitely over here like, oh my God, Becky, like what's happening? Oh my goodness. Okay, so it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, so we definitely been noticing a little bit of length. I feel a little bit of a drop. I do feel like maybe month 7, 6, 7, 8, it was shrinking up. I don't know. It's weird because I've seen it growing and swelling the entire journey and stuff. So to me, I don't know. I haven't been that focused on the length. And I've seen so many other changes in my hair that the length hasn't really hit me and it hasn't really been noticeable and stuff. And that is one tip that I got for you guys. You know, we all want length. We all want beautiful, long, luscious, flowing locks and stuff. But I would say focus on the changes that are happening in your hair, because it's so freaking beautiful. It's so cool. It's so nice. Like, I had no idea my hair could change and morph like this before getting locked, and it's just been so nice and so cool to see like how much my hair is capable of. It's really amazing. I absolutely love it. So I say for you guys, especially if you're starting out on your journey, especially if you got short locks, you got baby locks and stuff, and you really desperately want that length, it's going to come in time. You just need to be patient, and you need to, you know, moisturize your hair, keep it healthy, hydrate yourself, keep yourself healthy and eating the right things. And that length's going to come in time regardless. But more importantly, focus on like all the beautiful changes that are happening with your locks as they grow, because legit, I don't know, I can't even fully explain it to you guys, but this is just not how my locks looked at the beginning of my journey, and they've just changed. They're fuzzy, and then they're getting less fuzzy, and then they're losing that 2-strand twist, and it's really cool to me. It's very cool to me. And even now, like up here, I'm just like, dang, those are locks. Those are locks. And I'm just feeling, I don't know, like we're just really cool. Like, look at that. Like that's locked hair. Look how cool that looks. That's so cool. So I just love it. And I strongly encourage all of you guys too to focus on those sort of changes that are happening with your hair, regardless of, you know, where the length's at. But yeah, I think we starting to get some length and stuff, you know, I'm over here like this. I think it's starting to get a little bit of length. You guys, you guys let me know in the comments, because maybe I'm just sitting over here crazy and ain't nothing changed, and I'm just over here like, oh, it's so long and oh, it's flowing, and y'all are like, it ain't nothing ain't happened to it. But I don't care. Even if I am crazy, it feel long to me. It feel longer than it's ever been, and I'm loving it anyway. So you can even leave it in the comment section and tell me I'm crazy and my hair ain't growing, and it's still the same length that it was day one back in January and stuff. You can tell me that in the comments, but can't nobody tell me nothing, because can't nobody tell me nothing about my locks, because I'm loving them, dude. I'm loving them. They changing, they growing. Ugh, they just feel beautiful and just like luscious, guys. I really hope you guys are out there right now enjoying your journey as much as I am. I truly, sincerely, genuinely, wholeheartedly hope that you guys are enjoying this journey as much as I am. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful inside and out, guys. So I hope you're getting a lot out of it. I kind of went on a whole big ass rant, didn't I? Big ass rant for this video. I didn't even know it was gonna be this long, but I don't know, we're gonna keep most of it. This is me. This is genuine me. Oh yeah, I mean, I can't stop touching my locks, and I think you guys have noticed that in this video. But yeah, the texture's just changing. It just feels cool and stuff. And yeah, so I'm just loving touching them, and you know, getting to know each and every one of them, all over 300 of them up close and personal. They are softer than I thought they would be. They don't have a ropey texture to them, and I'm happy, because I think that's like a bad thing and stuff. But yeah, they're softer than I thought they were gonna be. And yeah, I love touching them and just feeling my hair change. Also too, my wash routine and my moisturizing routine, similar to my retwist schedule, that's changed a bit. So now I'm kind of up to just washing my hair as I need it. Last time I went, maybe like a month and a half. Oh my God, a month and a half. Ew. Yeah, I went about that long without washing my hair. It did get kind of itchy towards the end. And I probably won't maybe go such a long time, but I do feel like a month, based on the minimal product that I'm putting in my hair. I think about a month is pretty reasonable for me, and a good schedule and stuff. So no more every 2 weeks. I think it was, well, originally it was every week I was washing my hair, and then it was every 2 weeks and stuff. Now I'm about up to like every month. I think that's a pretty good schedule. But at the same time too, I'm just kind of like listening to my hair, feel the dryness. How does it smell? How does my scalp look? How does my scalp feel and stuff? Is it flaky? Is it itchy? Is it oily? What's going on with it? What is going on with it? Like, just listen to your hair, pay attention to your hair to figure out, does it need to be washed this week, or can it wait 3 weeks and stuff, you know? Just really pay attention to it. Every week's not going to be the same, and I don't think it's super necessary to stick to a strict schedule. You really just got to pay attention to your hair and figure out what it needs in that moment. And that's the way I feel like you should approach your locks all around, and kind of your overall body and health too and stuff. You're not going to need the same exact thing every single day. Like every day is different, new, beautiful. Sometimes it's poopful as well. But yeah, so you need something a little different every day. Every day is not the same, is the point that I'm trying to get across. And with your locks, it's the same way. Sometimes you need a little bit of extra moisture. Sometimes you know, 3 days, 4 days, 6 days, weekend, your locks are still feeling juicy, bouncy, and full. You know, you feel your hair, understand it, love it. You're gonna know what's going on, especially if you're taking care of your hair yourself, which I recommend. Obviously DIY all day, every day, any day, if you can do it. But you know, some people can, and that's okay too. That's genuinely okay too. But I do recommend it because you just build this relationship with your hair, and you truly get to understand it and know it, and ain't nobody else spending more time with your hair than you do. So it's great, even if you go into a loctician or something like that, or the beautiful Yanni, the lockologist. Shout out to her. Goddess, we love you. But even if you're going to a loctician or the only lockologist, Miss Yanni out there, I still recommend build some sort of relationship with your hair and understand it, because you spend the most time with it. So really nobody's going to know your hair better than you do. I've also been hydrating myself, my body a lot. And so I think that's part of what is contributing to my locks just overall feeling very like healthy, bouncy, juicy and stuff. So definitely drink your water, drink your spring water, guys, drink your spring water, drink your clean water. Just hydrate that body, hydrate it. And also too, if you on that spiritual journey, and you don't already know it and stuff, hydrating your body, and it just keeps things, you know, our bodies are mostly made out of water. The world is mostly made out of water. I think it's about 70%, 80% for us and the world. We are mostly composed of water. So it only makes sense that you need to be replenishing what your body is majority made up of. And I find that in any of my spiritual practices that I'm doing, that when I'm hydrated, it feels, I can just feel things flowing more easily. Information, messages coming into me much easier when my body's hydrated. So that's something, any sort of practice that I'm doing at the moment, I'm always making sure I'm nice and hydrated. I got some water right there, some spring water right there, and drinking that down for my practice, but also for my hair. Like they just go hand in hand. Like my spiritual journey, my lock journey, it's just over here, and they're just like, oh, we just love each other. We just love each other. We're just making a great team, and you know, we're just in this together. So yeah, that's what I'm over here doing. That's what I'm over here doing. If it works for you, I don't know. Let me know. If it don't work for you, then that's okay too. That's all right. That's all right. You know, we all journey to our own set of rules. So you got to be true to you. That's why I say it. That's why I say it. But yes, I think that's about it. And I know you guys are probably like, damn, just shut up. Let us see the locks. Let us see the micro locks. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to let you guys see the locks and shut up. Ooh. And I think we're at like 4 weeks, a month ago, I did a retwist. So that's what you're looking at now. So beautiful. Let me show you them funny ones. Literally that whole row. That's the one. That's the one. Like, look at that. And it was funnier before that, guys. It was doing some weird, real weird stuff before that. So, you know, it's finding a way. They're finding their way regardless. Natural hair coming in, natural hair color. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And yeah, that twist pattern is just, you know, slowly going away. There you go, right there. We got a little bit of cornflakes. Sorry. I'm not sorry. But yeah. Just a little bit of dry scalp. Look at that. That's so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm just loving it, guys. I'm really loving it. Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. It's buds. Buds. Couple more buds. Budding. That's budding. That's budding. We got the 2-strand twist down here, and look it up here. None of that. Nothing. No twist pattern anymore. 9 months in. Over 9 months in. 9 months in a few days. And no more twist pattern at the top. Just lock. Just straight up locks. That's crazy, right? Look at his thick edges, man. Let me know, please let me know in the comments if you've noticed that my edges have gotten thicker since when I started this journey. Please let me know that, because they definitely, like, the hairline it's definitely looking thicker, which is beautiful and amazing. And then, yeah, you know, we still got the springs. Yep. Yep. That's about it, guys. That's about it. That's about it. Yeah. Drink your water. Stay hydrated. Do your meditations. Love yourself. Love other people. You know. Yeah, that's about all we got, guys. It's just beautiful over here. It's beautiful over here. Stay tuned for more videos. Everything DIY, MICROLOC, everything spiritual journey. I got some crystals as well for my birthday. So I'll definitely be doing a video on that. And how I use my crystals. And yeah, I'll be giving you guys more updates and specific things. Let me know specifically what you're curious about on my spiritual journey or on my lock journey. Let me know that in the comments below. But other than that, you know, if you like this video and stuff, if it didn't get too weird, too freaky diggy, too crazy for you, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you. And subscribe if you have not already. We over here doing this weird, funny we over here doing whatever we doing over here. Okay. So if you like it, if you're vibing with it, just go ahead and subscribe. Okay. So you know when this thing is coming out, you know when this is coming, whatever this is, you know when it's coming next. Okay. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, you know? Yeah. Hit that. And remember, we journey to our own set of rules, so be true to you. This is Rishaya Reese, your Loc Lioness, signing off. Love you guys so much. Have a blessed, beautiful, peaceful, blissful, amazing day.